guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to be spotlighting one of the new legendary champions just added to the game. Hopefully a few of you guys are able to pull her on the 10-time shard event. It is Narma the Returned. Now I think Narma is going to be a real game changer for a lot of you guys watching today's video, especially if you're lucky enough to have her. And even if not, I think you'll be interested in what she can bring to the table that is in some ways unique to Vizier, which is kind of the natural comparison for this champion. Either way, she's incredibly good, like a 5 out of 5 rank in Clan Boss, and then she's usable in Dragon's Lair and in Ice Golem right now in terms of dungeons. You can probably use her as well in Faction Wars, and I think that hopefully when Doom Tower is released, there will be some mini bosses or some main bosses that are very susceptible to poison and poison sensitivity, in which case she'll be very useful on those teams as well. So again, for those of you who are lucky enough to get this champion, I think she's going to be a game changer for you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at her. We're going to try her out in Clan Boss, also in Ice Golem in today's video. And on her A1, let's just compare it to Vizier real quick. So Vizier, on his A1, he has Accursed Blades. Each hit has a 50% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs by 1 turn. Now comparing that to Narma on Hell Crescent, her A1, we have a 60% chance as opposed to 50 of extending the duration of only 3 debuffs, not all debuffs, by 1 turn. So a little bit greater of a chance compared to Vizier, but of course both of these champions incredibly valuable as part of a counterattack team. So on the A2, Weirding Dance, very handy to have on a 3-turn cooldown, has a 100% chance when booked of placing the strong version of Decrease Attack for 3 turns. So a consistent champion who's able to keep the clan boss or the opponent, no matter who you're targeting, under Decrease Attack at all times. Extremely valuable. Also on top of that, heals all allies by 15% of this champion's max HP. That heal increases by 2% for each poison debuff on the target. And then on Toxin Transfer, A3 attacks 1 enemy on a 4-turn cooldown, has a 100% chance again when booked. A lot of books though on this champion. Yikes, that hurt. A lot of legendary books. 100% chance of placing 3 poison debuffs and a 25% poison sensitivity debuff for 3 turns. So Toxic Trance for 3 turns, every 4 turns, she's landing 3 poisons and poison sensitivity. Really got a great ability, obviously, not just the 3 strong versions of poison, but also poison sensitivity, all lasting 3 turns. And then her aura is increase ally accuracy in dungeons by 80. So, you know, not bad, I guess, if you're looking for some accuracy in Dragon's Lair or in Ice Golem. So what do I think overall of her kit? Very cool how she has this heal built in with extra heal depending on poisons on the target, which synergizes really well with her kit, because think about it, on the A1, you know, there are going to be a lot of poisons on the target because she's always extending the duration. So put her with another poison dealer on your team and you're going to be looking really, really solid with the nice heal there as well. So I really love her kit. Nice to have the poisons, poison sensitivity, decrease attack, and the debuff extender all in one champion, guys. She's a really special champion. So Masteries on her, you can go a number of different ways. I think the most obvious way is just going with a very basic War Master kind of tree on her on the offense, with War Master being, of course, the tier 6 mastery for this champion, and of course going with Sniper and going with Master Hexer to increase the chance of landing the debuffs with Sniper, and then increase the duration potentially by 30%, or 1 turn by 30% on Master Hexer. Very nice to have on her. And then I went with Lore of Steel. However, I only do have 1 basic artifact set on her, so keep that in mind. And then we went with just the accuracy and pinpoint accuracy, getting a little bit more accuracy on this champion. I'm going to talk about how I built her out as well, but I do have to make 1 change really quickly, guys. I actually have to take this banner off of her. This is kind of a placeholder that I meant to do before I started recording this video. Do I have anything built out right now with some HP? Because I definitely want to build out some HP on this champion in order to, for the reason being, let's see, speed, oh yes, please, that's great. The reason being is her heal is based off of her HP, and that goes up kind of exponentially, or I should say percentage-wise, based on, again, her max HP. So I do want to try to. Your goal when building Narma should be try to get enough accuracy. You don't have to have 300 plus accuracy on this champion for clan boss or for anywhere in the game, because you're not going to be using her. She's not really an arena champion, okay? So I think that 240 as we have right now is perfect for her for clan boss, even for Ultra Nightmare. So I think even 250, if you want to get a little bit picky, if I glyphed her all out, I think that'd be great as well. But really aiming for over 220 accuracy on this champion. And if you can get that accuracy, either via, accuracy sets, a couple accuracy sets is plus 80 accuracy, which is really nice. But if you're able to do that from your gear, then you can put HP on the banner, which is going to allow you to get more of a heal out of this champion, because you do need to stack and prioritize her defense in other categories. So the way I have her built out, let me just show you the total stats first. 42k HP, 2000 attack, 4,600 defense, very high on the defense, 197 speed, perfect, 68 crit rate. And one thing that I learned playing this game, for, the last year and a half or whatever, is having crit rate even on your non-damage dealer. She's not a nuker, she's a debuffer, right? But even having a crit rate as high as you can possibly get it without putting crit rate gauntlets on this champion is going to really help you out over the long run, because clan boss, there's so many rounds that it really does stack up. It really does add up. And by that same token, on your damage dealers, if you're only running like a 90-95% crit rate on those champions, you're really losing out on the weak hits, on possible tons of critical damage onto the clan boss. So just keep that in mind. I had the bad habit early on of putting 80% crit rate on my champions, but 1 out of every 5 hits is not going to be landing critical, and that's really going to add up over time, over the long clan boss battles, okay? So don't make that mistake. However, here, I was able to get her to 68% on the crit rate without putting crit rate gauntlets on her. So I just looked for substats of accuracy and crit rate, and that's pretty much it. Defense, obviously, and some HP as well. That's why I was prioritizing when building this champion, speed as well. So I do have a speed set on her, and I was actually very happy that I had a stalwart set just kind of sitting there in my artifacts, so I put her in stalwart as well. She's not gonna die, man. She's not gonna be the first to die, that's for sure. With this high of a defense and with stalwart, 30% reduction on all of the AoE attacks from the clan boss, gonna be very helpful. She's built out to be very tanky right now into this build. Of course, guys, if you don't have the gear that I have, as I always tell you guys, just kind of go with the best that you have. This is a great build for this champion, but you might have to put her in accuracy banner, and that's totally fine as well. Just try to get some HP where you can get it as well. So for the ring, I went defense with an amazing trip roll on defense here, so really nice ring on her. And then I went defense again on the amulet. Again, guys, just kind of putting this out there, what I was really looking for is a double roll on accuracy on the banner, and if it was HP or defense or crit damage, I didn't care, or a triple roll, I didn't have any. Not one amulet on this account with a triple roll or a double roll of accuracy, because ideally, again, trying to build that accuracy high enough where I don't have to put her in the accuracy banner. However, no matter what, you definitely want to go with HP on one of these accessories, provided, you can't put it somewhere else, right? We put it on the banner because, again, getting that extra HP is going to benefit her heal quite a bit. I did go defense percentage on her gauntlets, and I did go defense percentage on her chest as well. I went speed on the boots, and you guys can kind of see, again, trying to look for crit rate where I could find it. I think I had, a really nice chest here with a double roll on crit rate. That helped a lot. So guys, I can't wait to show you how she does. I'm going to give her a 5 here in Clan Boss, a 5 here in Dragon's Lair, a 5 in Faction Wars, and I don't really do the keeps, but I'm going to give her a 4 or 5, I guess. I'm going to give her a 5 in Ice Golem's Peak. Even though she's not as OP as she is clearly in Clan Boss and in Dragon's Lair, but it's nice to have the poisons and the heal and the decreased attack on this champion. Granted, it is one target, so keep that in mind. But she has the proper affinity matchup as well for Ice Golem, right? So that's how I have her built out, guys. Let's go ahead and give a spin of Narma, and let me throw the question to you guys. Do any of you guys out there have Narma? If so, what do you think of her? What do you think of this champion? Is she blowing your mind in Clan Boss, or not so much? So I'm going to go ahead and build a poison team to put around her. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is a very, very weird team. It's kind of a blend of pay to win and free to play. I have War Maiden and Kale in here because they both land poisons. They're both, or decrease down for War Maiden as well, helpful. And then I have Contra, the Cyclone, on this team because she lands so many debuffs, incredible amount of debuffs, that I thought it would be fun to have a debuff extender on the same team. And then I have Bad L for another poison layer on the team. And then I have her kind of in the lead with the accuracy in dungeons. Why not? We won't be missing any of those debuffs. I'm not even sure how much I have accuracy on Word Maiden, Kale, and Contra. This is going to be a fun team just to kind of watch here, guys. I love Contra the Cyclone. I think that she is an incredible champion. I don't really use her a ton personally, but that doesn't mean that she's not great. I think she's a great champion. So we're always going to have 3 debuffs or more on these champions. And Contra has this ability where she's doing, what is she doing? Is she stunning? I forgot, increase her turn meter, doing a heal. I forgot what it was. Provoke. I think it's a provoke if they have more than 4 debuffs or something like that. So with the debuff extender on the same team, I think it's just kind of a really cool combination that I thought of. You know, what better champion to pair with a debuff extender than a champion that does really cool things when they have a lot of debuffs, the enemies, that is. So you guys can already see, man, poison sensitivity. I mean, this team is just putting in work here. It's not going to be the fastest team you've ever seen in your life, but we'll see. We have no reviver on the team, so we might actually lose Kale here. Let's see. That was a decreased attack. Landing more poisons. We get a continuous heal off on Kale, and he's going to be up next before the enemies, so that's going to help out a lot. Keep him alive, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah. Beautiful here. And again, I'm curious to see how we do against the actual dragon, too. Really cool to have Contra. Find a way to use Contra, a synergy between her and another champion, right? Same thing could obviously be said for Vizier or any other champion that has a debuff extender. There's a few of them out there, mostly legendary champions. So again, stacking up the poisons here, we're going to, at some point, land the poison sensitivity. I will say, too, guys, there's the poison sensitivity. I will say, really cool animations on her attacks. I haven't really talked at all about the aesthetics on this champion, but I think aesthetically, she's pretty cool, man. She's pretty badass. I like her look. Yeah, I think I like her overall. I think that a lot of people who pull her, most everybody who pulls her, right, is going to benefit from her on your clan boss team, especially having that decrease attack up against the clan boss at all times. She can replace a lot of you guys, whoever you're using right now as your decrease attack champion on clan boss. So let's see how much damage she put out here. Basically the same as Contra and Bad L and War Maiden, and Kale was the damage lead here. So again, helping with the poison sensitivity, Narma put out 3/4 damage. So did Contra, so did Bad L, so did War Maiden. Wow, what a very balanced team we have here, right, guys? So that's what she did there. Speed boots, attack and HP. I don't know. I guess I'll keep them. Let's go to Clan Boss. I did say I'd show her in Ice Golem, but I think you guys pretty much get the point, right? Let's try her in Clan Boss first. And again, let's kind of build a poison team. Oh, actually, you know what? I lied. I want to put her with Rickhoff, because you guys know he is quickly becoming one of my favorite damage dealers in the game. And having poison sensitivity on top of that is going to be incredibly useful. So let's just kind of stick the team pretty much the way it is. And yeah, let's just run it like this and see what happens. I have no, dude, I'm not gonna run a no or a lead when I have her sitting right there with the accuracy. Let's take that extra accuracy, might as well, right? Even though I don't think we'll really need it here, but let's run it. Let's waste a little bit of energy here. So this is gonna see, you know, what she can do with just an OP incredible poison champion. Look at all those poisons. He's gonna put out so much damage once we start landing those poison sensitivities on top of everything. I mean, it's gonna be pretty insane, at least I think so. So let's see how this team does when we actually get to the Ice Golem. And a nice benefit of Rickhoff that, you know, I mentioned a few videos now in a row is that, you know, even against the Shriek ability, against the Reflect damage, he's not taking a ton of damage because his damage is coming from poisons, so it gives us time to kind of heal up in between, even if they do get that Shriek ability off on the Terror Beast on the second wave. So let's go ahead and take a look here, guys. So that's the A3. Man, if it was an AoE, it would just be totally broken. It would never be. It should be too strong. But, you know, one can hope. So there we go. And again, take a look at all our animations, guys. I think that you'll if you're anything like me, I'm just really impressed lately with what Raid has been doing in terms of just the new graphics, the new animations on attacks. They're cool, you know, they're different than just going up and slashing an enemy on every single champion they add to the game. They have like kind of really interesting and cool mechanics to them. So really happy to see that. And I think that she kind of, again, I love her cape, just aesthetically, especially looking from behind as well. I think she's a really cool champion. Just the whole design of this champion. So there you go. So you can see the increased buff duration. Keep in mind that it is also predicated on accuracy. Obviously, her entire kit is predicated on having enough accuracy. So building her out with, you know, as much accuracy as possible is going to help you guys out. Again, consider, though, diminished returns after about 250. Consider swapping out that accuracy banner. Relic Retender is really helpful here to remove all these debuffs as well. And then we have like a really solid kind of robust support champion in Miscreated Monster. Still one of the best support champions in the game for my money. And here we go. Stag Knight is our debuffer on this squad. We could even run kind of a Lydia on this team as well if you know, I don't want to make it too pay to win this team, but we could run Lydia and she would have the weaken added to the kit as opposed to Stag Knight, and we could still rely on the decreased attack from that Stag Knight provides from Narma the Returned. So Narma here is just doing a good job staying alive too. I mean, that's the thing about her. She's not going to die. We don't have to worry about her. She can eat up a little bit of the aggro from the side minions here and keep the whole team feeling pretty good here. And again, man, just a lot of damage stacking, a lot of poison damage. Again, it's not going to be the fastest run you've ever seen, but it's going to be solid. I just, you know, again, with a single target with the 2 minions on the boss, it's definitely, there's no doubt about it, she is better in dragons than she is in Ice Golem, but she can be a very key player here. Again, having that really, you know, a lot of HP, or a lot of defense, rather, and having that heal too is helpful. I mean, it's just really all around, I feel like she's a great kind of, almost a support debuffer with the heal and the poisons and the decreased attack. She just brings a lot to the table, you know? She brings a lot to the table in a different way that makes her unique from Vizier, in my opinion. I like her overall better than Vizier. Of course, there's really no argument Vizier's a better debuff extender if you're only judging on that. So her damage here was about 650k, not too bad at all. Of course, Richtof with 2 million, thank you very much. And of course, keep in mind, all of that 650k came off of what? It came off of a little bit of poison damage and helping the poison sensitivity of Richtof, helping him do more damage, and then the decreased attack to support the team, the heals to support the team, the debuff extender to support the team. She's adding a lot other than just damage, which of course a lot of that came from War Master as well, right? So attack, crit damage, I don't know, man, both borderline items here. I think I will sell this one. All right, so let's go ahead and go to Clan Boss now here, guys, and we'll see what she's got. I do not have her speed tuned. I'm going to go Nightmare because I already, actually, I didn't attack on Ultra Nightmare. So I'm just going to go with a non-speed tuned team. So do not judge too hard here, guys. It's just going to be something I kind of put together, right? All right, here we go, guys. All right, so let's see what this team's got for us here. We don't have any revives on the team, so, you know, once we're dead pretty much. And that's only concerning. It's especially concerning, I should say, with Dracomorph, because he is in a very squishy build right now, because he's part of my unkillable team, which it doesn't matter how much defense or HP he does. But, you know, I'm sure he'll put out a lot of damage before he does end up dying. Valkyrie's shield will definitely help us out as well. Valkyrie is also out of a Clan Boss build and anti-affinity matchup, so keep that in mind as well. We're Spirit going against Magic. So here you can see, guys, let's see. Malice goes up. There it goes. Increase debuff duration. Really helpful to have. You can see those poisons are doing 62.5k damage each there, thanks to the poison sensitivity, which is already 3 rounds on the Clan Boss. Of course, these debuffs that are extended are totally at random. There she goes again with her Toxin, her A3 ability. And again, you can see those buffs are just going to stay up there longer. And again, that decreased attack should pretty much be there forever, right? So that decreased attack, all those poisons kind of added to the clan boss. And again, that War Master will also help in terms of stacking up damage against the clan boss here. So guys, what I'm going to do is cut to the end of this one, and we'll see how much damage everybody put out, see how this team did. I will be right back. Alright guys, so not too bad, I guess, at the end of the day, considering we didn't have really anybody built up for this, but 7 million damage out of Narma the Return. That's more than Bad El Khazar. It's about the same as Alton at 7.6 million, and of course nothing compared to Dracomorph, who benefited greatly from the poison sensitivity at almost 14 million damage. So guys, what do you think of Narma the Returned? Is she a champion that is on your wish list? Is she a champion that you value if you were lucky enough to have her? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for 50,000 subscribers, guys. I really appreciate it, and as always, take care, guys.